there you have it, guys. Project Five Eyes has been revealed. It is the latest from FlightLine. It is the FlightLine RC 1600mm Vought F4U-1A Corsair. This is the birdcage version. We also have the F4U-1D, which is the bubble version, in that deep navy, which is going to come with both aircraft come with 2 decal sets, but they are both available for pre-order probably right now while you're watching this. So this video, although it's a live premiere, I am not live. I'll be over in the comment section asking all of this. This is the night before. I was just going to come here quick, run through the spec of this beautiful Corsair. Then I'm going to send it out to Alpha, show you a raw flight. He was flying the bubble top version, and obviously being that Alpha's our product manager, he helps design a lot of the FreeWing and FlightLine stuff, among others. He always has some great information while he's flying, so you'll be able to hear that. Then we'll come back to the studio to wrap this video up, and I'll just show you the landing gear. I'll plug it in, show you some of the cool features of it, and then we'll wrap this video up. So let's talk about the spec. So as we showed in the opening video, the wingspan is 1600mm, which is 63 inches. The length is going to be 1300mm, or 51 1/8 inches. Now, as far as what's inside, this motor is a 5055-340 kV brushless outrunner, and that is powered by an 80 amp brushless ESC with a 5 amp UBEC. It's spinning a 3-bladed 18 by 12 inch prop. And then there's going to be 11 servos inside, 8 17-gram digital Metal Gear servos, and then you're going to have a couple 9-gram servos in there as well for some of the smaller bits. The material's EPO foam, as you'd expect from FlightLine, and that foam finish looks gorgeous. And then obviously some of the quick features of it. You have the retractable tail wheel, we got split flaps, 3-panel split flaps, and among other things that just make this Corsair stand out amongst the rest. So now let's take it over to Alpha, who was out in China flying the bubble top version, and then we'll come back here. Take it away, Alpha.
Alright, this will be the FlightLine 1600mm F4U Corsair. Super easy up. I'm actually at 40% throttle. You can climb out there at 40. I'm actually going to reduce to about 30 here. Rolling at 30% throttle. Got 30% cruise. This again is our 1.6 meter wingspan aircraft, running a 6S 5000 Admiral, push all the way forward. This is the later bubble variant of the F4U-1 Delta in that carrier scheme, that deep sea blue. We also have the F4U-1A. That is also the earlier 3-blade variant, but the even earlier variant that sported the birdcage canopy. The -1A is birdcage, -1D is your bubble, and both of them are being offered in different liveries. The the -1A is the Guadalcanal markings, that lovely intermediate blue and lighter gray belly. Doing some acrobatics here at about 50% throttle. And again, as you can see, this aircraft is really optimized for cruising. That 6S 5000 that's commonplace in a lot of the FreeWing 90mm and 80mm jets that are going to run 3 to 4 minutes in a jet. In an aircraft like this, because of that propeller, you're able to throw in the same battery, but cruising at about 40% throttle here, and very comfortable doing acrobatics. At this consumption, we can fly 7-8 minutes, not a problem. Very precise handling with this aircraft. We also went ahead and continued what we've done with our A-10 aircraft and the Spitfire, which is our 2-piece composite material wing, or our multi-material wing. Aircraft uses plywood ribs, carbon fiber spars, and aluminum joints to help us maintain strength over that typical gull wing configuration that makes the Corsair so iconic. We'll go full power here, straight up. Push the aircraft down, cut to 0. Completely idle. No flaps in just yet, and we're just all glide here. All glide, everyone. Still completely off the throttle here. Our propeller's just idling. No flaps, no power. Very, very easy flying aircraft. We'll do a flap demonstration once this car passes us here. I'm back to 40% throttle. Roll inverted, push all the way over, cut to 0 again. We're going to dive at 0. Enter in a loop at 0. I am still at 0. All still 0. Got a bit of a crowd showing here, and now I'm going to feed in my power. And I'm back to 40%. So you're not going to be able to find other aircraft that can really pull off those types of acrobatics, certainly not in our jet series. We'll go full flaps here, and I'm at 20% throttle here, and we're just cruising in the sky. Power up to about 40. I'm going to show you a nice flat turn. Lazy flat turn. Clouds are giving us a good index to see our relative airspeed. The aircraft is really flying to a crawl. This is again a 1.6 meter aircraft. I'm going to fly back into these clouds. I'm still at full flaps. Let's cut to 0. The wind has died down, so good demonstration. 0 power, full flaps, and coming to our near stall there. Power in, speeding that in slightly. And you can see just how slow we can get the aircraft, still turning here. And the wing is not rocking. There's no gyro in the aircraft. This is bone stock. We'll go flaps up, full power. And begin to really pull the aircraft around here. To make that cameraman work, we're going to fly out a little further so we can keep that in frame. And then back to 0, let that battery take a break. Notice we've got full running lights on the aircraft. It has your wingtip navigation lights. We also have a landing light embedded in the port side wing per scale. 4-panel flaps as well, which is nice. I'm going to do a low pass, about 30% throttle, no flaps. Let's drop that landing gear. For landing gear, we do have fully sequenced main landing gear doors. You'll see that landing light come on here. People standing behind me. Bit of a touch and go there. And we'll come around. That again is without flaps, just letting the aircraft find its natural sink rate. Now we'll demo full flaps coming in. Irresponsible cranking turn on the back end. I'm going to reduce power again back to depth. Right about 10-15 here. Letting the aircraft sink as I want it to. And all the way down. Let's go around one more. So notice with that full flaps we've got really good bailout power. I'm coming in about 15%. We don't have a headwind, so the aircraft's coming down pretty fast. I need to keep a little bit of speed just because we are on an active road. I need to keep speed to bail out. But if needed, I'm going to go around here. We've got someone in the pattern. If needed, I can punch to 70% and climb out. So for you grass flyers concerned about having the power to get up and off, don't worry about that. So our full flap approach, do a light flare here. I'm completely off the throttle. And turn it. I don't want to go walking for it. So this is the all-new FlightLine RC 1600mm F4U-1 in the Delta or bubble canopy layout with the all deep sea blue scheme. Let me turn around here, show you what those flaps look like. Notice the scale looking tail retract that is also fully retractable. And we have our flaps. I've got them set pretty moderately, even at full. Come around here, notice that those are quad servo 6-panel flaps, so 2 servos and 3 panels per side, and they deploy just for scale. Losing light, but you notice we've got our navies red and green, and then our landing light on the port side. Big scale prop. I'm going to zoom here and stop there, run this just a bit. So notice how large the prop is. We made a conscious effort to deliver the aircraft with a reasonably scale, approaching size prop. It's about 90% scale. Big, not going to get a lot of ground clearance, but for those of us who wanted something that looked more unique, high forward edge, you're going to find it here in this aircraft. Big, beautiful, great flying performance. It was about 8 minutes, I believe. I'm sure we've got battery to spare. Stay tuned for more videos, everyone. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, Alpha. Back in the studio, guys. Let's just run through some of the features. I'm just going to overlay some footage that we filmed when we did the build video. The build and flight review will be live tomorrow morning with our emailer, so look out for those. But right now, if you head to motionrc.com, both the birdcage version and the bubble version will be available for pre-order right this second. So again, some of the awesome features will start from basically front to the back. So aside from the amazingly large scale prop here, one of the best features about this Corsair is what's hiding behind the cowl. So when you take your propeller off, and all it is one screw, and you have to assemble the whole propeller assembly, of course, but once you take that off, there are 3 screws that hold the cowl to the nose. There's no glue on here, so you pull the cowl off, and you'll see behind there that there are 8 cylinders with lead ballast weights. 4 will already be included, and that's to balance the CG perfectly for a 5000 Admiral 6S pack. That's what we did all our flying on here at our field. We just had the 5000 to hit our CG all the way forward. But if you had a larger pack, you could remove some of those weights. If you had a lighter pack, you can add some weights. The model does come with 2 extra lead ballasts, and one of the spare parts we hope to get in the future will be extra lead weights, depending on how low of a 6S pack you really wanted to go. But I think most people, if you shop with Motion RC and you buy free wing stuff, you're going to have some 4 5000 6S Admirals, and that's going to be perfect for this Corsair. Now, as we run down, you'll see inside the fuselage, there is a ton of space. It's pretty cavernous in there. You have the brand new MCV-E, the multifunction control board, is what is controlling everything in here. The ribbon cables, a majority of what's happening in this Corsair is running through the wings, and all you're doing is plugging in 2 ribbon cables. So as you'll see in my build video tomorrow, those are the only 2 things I had to plug in when I put this thing together. And then you see everything else in there. Easy access to your elevator and rudder servos, no problem, and a ton of extra space around the battery canopy to maybe put a gyro or mount your receiver pretty much anywhere. You should have no problem. Then let's work our way around the wings. You're going to see, again, the beautiful scale flaps. Let me just show you them, extending and retracting. They are being powered by 2 servos, as I've said before. 1 inboard and 1 outboard. You do have navigation lights on the wingtips, and then on the port side of the model, you have your landing lights. So that's only going to come on when the gear is down and you're prepared to land, or like you can do with the L39, you were able to do it. You could obviously use the multifunction control board and some extensions, and you could have that light on all the time if you wanted for orientation, things like that. No problem. Now, looking underneath the model, obviously the landing gear. Nice big aluminum suspension struts on the mains, with looks like the same tires that are going to be on the FlightLine Spitfire. They do a full 90-degree rotation coming in and out, and you have 2 single-stage doors that will open and close on their own, giving that real full-scale appearance. And as you work your way down the fuselage, you head over to the tail wheel back here, guys. That also is fully retractable, and it has the cool tail hook feature, which again is just for show. You're not really going to use it, but just a nice highlight and something that I don't think any Corsair, because most Corsairs that are available were made a long time ago. This is going to be obviously the newest Corsair foam electric made, and we hope it to be the definitive Corsair going forward for most of you guys. And we're excited to add only our second now 1600mm single engine warbird to our lineup. We have two beautiful options for you to choose, and hopefully it came just in time right before Christmas. So that'll about do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. If you're here, obviously I am answering questions in the comment section of this video, but that'll do it for me. Again, look out for the full flight review and the build video. They'll be posted, or they'll come out with the email. They'll be made live tomorrow morning, but right now you can head to motionrc.com and you can find both the 1A and the 1D versions of the new Vought Corsair from FlightLine RC. So guys, that'll do it. Like, share, and subscribe. All things Motion RC. You can head over to Hobby Squawk and RC groups. Those threads should be going now on the brand new Corsair, and we'll see you next time.